Taking those 3 breaths. David, take half a step to your right. You don't want Charlie running you over. Mukso, eyes closed. Jodan knee. Back! Hajime! Yame. Take as much oxygen as you can. Don't rush it. Mukso. Shudan Ichi. Shudan Ichi. Hajime! Yame. Use all 3 breaths. Mukso. Shudan knee. Hajime! Yame. Mr. Shinewood, do you have everyone in?
7 people in.
No, but do you have everyone in the class in pretty much? Does it reach me? Do you see me?
I see you. I don't see Sam.
Okay, but as he moves, you'll get him. Mukso.
That's what they told me.
Geidan Ichi. Hajime! Yame. Back row, take half a step back. Second row, half a step back. And front row, half a step back. Christian, you're in the front row, so half a step back. Mukso. Geidan knee. Take half a step to the left. And back. There you go. Back! Yamen. Alright, let's get back into position. Second line, a little step, half step up. Stand, half step to your left. Half step to your left. Oh, half step to your left. Half step to your left. Mukso. Nikakim Kiichi. Deep breaths. Hajime. Yamen. Come on, use the 3 breaths. The air is getting thinner. Mukso. Nikapyuki ni. Hajime. Yamen. Mukso. Muashi Ichi. Hajime.
Ukso. Mawashi ni. Back! Hajime. Silent breathing. Yame. Ukso. Kongo Daiichi. Kongo Daiichi. Back! Hajime! Yame. Ukso. We're all back here. Sanchin. Sanchin. Back! Hajime! Yame. You sure there's no one here near you after I keep taking a half step up? Take a step back. Right. Yeah, you're good. Ukso. Geki Sai Daiichi. Yeah, man.
Try to take a step to your right.
So, Keki side thy knee. Right! Hachimen! Yeah, man. Your name is not Sam. You're going to bow out and go to the back. Start getting your pads on. Quietly. Bow out. Go. Back over the floor. Sam. Grab the spotlight. No way to hide now. So, Ian, you can get your pads on too.
Breath.
Geki side thy son. Bang! Hajime! Yeah, man. Bukso. Sanshin dai ni. Bang! Hajime! Yeah, man. Sam, take 2 big steps back. That's 1. There we go. Bukso. Cypher. Bang! Hajime! Yeah, man. Mukso. Tencho Daiichi. Bang! Hajime! Yeah, man. Bow out, Sam. Get your pads on. Let's go over your partners. Let's go. We're gonna fix you. Bring your partner up with you. You guys right here. You guys right here. All right. You guys right here. Come up over here.
Charlie's watching.
You guys up over here.
Jack.
Luke's on. All right, good. You guys are good right there. Come on, Sam. I was joking about the 11:30 comment. Get those pads on.
Nice forward. Escape. Escape. Go to each other.
This.
And kako. Side facing the mirror, dropping back, right both econs. Go! Here we go, econ number one. Strong. Escape! Second your own. Escape! Escape! Go! Escape! Escape! Go! Escape! Escape!
Over here. Both you again. Number 9.
And 9 again, it's Raymond and Keith. Escape! Moving on, number 10. Go!
Right over here. These two again.
Number 10 again. Escape! Moving on. Number 11. Go! Escape! 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 Pete and Raven again. 14. Skate! And Young. Circle. Opposite side, getting Barai, white belt, keep arms. Dropping back. Go! Here you go, strong guys. Skate! 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 Go! Go! Skate! 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 Skate!
One more time, these guys. Joseph, you're going.
Again. Number 10 again for Joseph and Ken.
Skate!
And everybody, number 11.
Go!
And you're on.
Skate! These two again, right here.
Keep it right here.
Skate!
Back. 13, everybody.
Skate! One more time, Christian and Kira. Skate!
Moving on, 14.
Go!
Young. Circle.
Alright, let's make sure we got enough room here.
Well,
Guys,
roll.
coming in here.
You gotta take your space.
You guys move this way.
Make sure you got your space.
A little bit this way.
Here you go. Separation from mirror, drop back, green ball deep ons.
Go!
Number 1.
Skate!
Drop back.
Skate! Right here again. Just go back.
Number 2 again.
Skate!
Good. Everybody, number 3.
Skate!
Number 4.
Go! Right here again, these two.
Back. Ken and Joseph. Number 4 again.
Skate!
Back. Moving on, number 5. Strong.
Go!
Number 6.
Skate!
Yes, right.
Alright. David and Charlie. Again. Number 6.
Skate!
Good. Moving on. Number 7.
Skate! Guys, make sure you're going full blast. You guys are starting to peter out here.
Number 8. Practical econs. Here we go.
Skate! Skate! you guys, all four of you. Again. All right, Christian and Kira, and Mr. Scheinwald and Josh.
Number 14.
Number 12 again. 14. Here we go. Skate! Last chance. Think about it. Go!
Yeah. Back off.
Alright, this time move down this way. I don't need to steamroll anybody. It'd be dangerous. Joseph, move down a little bit that way too. You guys are over there.
Opposite side, getting representing Barai. Green belt defense.
Go!
Here we go, strong guys. Go on.
Go! Check!
And you're on.
Go! Check! One more time, Kira. Check! That's chest.
And back. Moving on. Number 5.
Go!
Number 6.
Check!
Go guys. Number 7.
Go!
Here we go. Number 8.
I'm ready.
Get focused, let's go.
Check!
Moving on.
Check!
Number 10.
Check! Check! What number are we on?
Number 11.
Number
We're
11.
going up to 12 now.
We're on 12?
Number 12.
Check! One more time, Easton.
Everybody 12.
One more time.
Let's go, guys.
Check!
Young. Go to each other. Oh. You both off to the side. So Sam.
Do not sit. Stand off to the side.
And come in there, Mikey. Hold.
Switch sides. Thank you.
Guard each other. Couple. Put the ball back into the combine. This is without you. Down back, Sam.
Go!
Here you go.
Check!
Back in your own.
Check! Do it again. Check! Check! closer to me here. Get closer to me.
6.
Get closer to me.
Let's go. 7. Backing on. Again.
Do that one more time. Think about which punch is first. Last time to try it again. Think about which punch is first. There we go.
Again. Back on your own. Again. Back to the middle. Then. Focus. Moving on.
Yeah, man.
Marco. Outside the barrage. Move back to the middle. Outside the drop back. Mungkin aku masih ada sampai sudah. Go. You're gonna go on from the top. Six. Back. Yummy. About each other, Bob. To the side. Push.
other. Come on. Wait a minute. Yummy. Bow to each other. Bow to me. Oh, you say, there you go. Keep your ups. Bow to me. Bow to each other. Come on. What do you mean? Welcome, Keith. Yummy. That's just great, guys. Don't show anybody. Come on. What do you mean? And yeah. Yummy. Bow to me. Bow to each other. There you go. Yeah. Bow to me. Bow to each other. Come on. What do you mean? Working, Raiders. I'm going to walk the town. Walk the town, go ahead and work. Yummy. One more shot. Mine. Work complete. What do you mean? With your legs. Yummy. Bow to me. Bow to each other. Remember that? So we're moving, guys. Bow to me. And then each other. Come on. What do you mean? Working. Good. Yummy. Bow to me. Bow to each other. Both you out. You guys up. We got that right? Me. Bow to each other. Come on. What do you mean? Yummy. Bow to me. Bow to each other. There you go. Anyway. To me. To each other. Line. Control. Right? What do you mean? Work. Control. Got me. Bow to me. Bow to each other. 10 year out. Baby, that's all. Baby, out. You up. Now you. On my right, switch. Thank you. Bow to me. And to each other. Bow. Come on. What do you mean?
Hands up.
Yummy. Switch. Bow to me. Bow to each other. You out. All I got. got me. Like I did again, right? Battle each other. Come on. What do you mean? Got me. Battle each other. Back to me. Leave her out. Then you're up. Got me. And you go. Watch control. What do you mean?
Come on, Kevin, full west hands.
Got me. Don't rush him. Watch him count. Ready? Mind. What do you mean?
Kicks out.
Got me. Come on. What do you mean? Got me. About me. About each other. 10, you're out. Go. Go. Me. And now you. About each other. What'd you make?
Come on, Sam. Oh, strong, Sam. Come on. Anything more than that?
Got me. Back. Which side?
Move it, Sam. Come on.
Bow to Joe. Bow to me. You're out. Keith, you're up. Bow to me. And we go. Come on. What do you think? Got me. Watching down, guys. Control. Come on. What do you think? Got me. Bow to me. Bow to each other. Keep your out. Frame your up. To me and to each other. Come on. What do you make?
Good resume.
All right. Come on, guys, let's go. Come on. What do you make? Yeah, man. Bow to me. Bow to each other. You're out. That's all you're up. Bow to me and to each other. Watch your control. What do you make? Yeah, this time. Bow to me, bow to each other. Draw your out. 10, you're in. Bow to me, and to each other. Come on. What do you make? Yeah, like this side. Come on. Watching the lunches. Go slow. What do you mean? Okay, keep your first punches and punches. Yeah, me. Bow to me. Bow to each other. Then you bow. Joseph, you're in. Let's go. Me. Bow to each other. Come on. What do you mean? Got me. Bow to me. Bow to each other.
4 bows.
Joseph, you're out. Dave, you're out. Bow to me. Bow to each other. Come on. What do you mean? Ready? One block. Good, man. Now me, back to the center. One more time. Come on. Ready? Got me. Bow out to each other. Bow out to me. Both of you guys are off. Up. Bow to me. And bow to each other. No head contact, right? What do you mean? Walking down. Come on, good marker. Very good. Good. Yummy. Bow out to each other. Bow out to me. Christian, you're out. Bow you're out. Bow to me. And bow to each other. Come on. What do you mean? Yummy. Bow to each other. Bow to me. Josh, you're out. Joseph, you're out. To me, and now to each other. Come on. What do you mean? Yummy. Bow to each other and bow to me. You're out. 10, you're up. To me and to each other. Come on. What do you mean?
Snap it back.
Yummy. Back to the center. Come on. What do you mean? Bow to me, bow to each other. Ken, you're out. Brandon, say. Brandon up. To me, and to each other. He's out, guys. Ready? Come on. 100 minutes. Ready? Kicks, watch. Fall. Yummy. Back to the center. Come on. What do you mean? Yummy. Let's keep switching on. Bow to each other. Bow to me. Bring me out.
Stay strong.
You ready?
Stay strong.
Bow to each other. Come on. Walking down the football. What do you mean?
Inside.
Keep that right hand out front. Yummy. Bow to each other. Bow out to me. Showing you out. Keep you up. Come on. Alright. Me and to each other. Come on. What do you mean? Down. work. Yummy. Bow to me. Bow to each other, both off. Ken, you're up. Raymond, you're up. To me. And to each other. Come on. What do you mean? Yummy. Back to the center. Come on. What do you mean? Yummy. Bow to each other. Bow to me. Maybe you're out.
Two sides, two sides.
Bow to me. Bow to each other. Come on. What do you mean?
Working, Sam. The Iron Man.
Yummy. Don't push. Come on. What do you mean? Yummy. Come on. What do you mean? Yummy. Bow to him. Bow to me. Send me around.
Sorry.
Don't bow to me. Bow to each other. Come on. Control. What do you mean? Right. Bow to me. Bow to each other. Drop. Joseph, you're up again.
Working, Joseph.
You ready? Bow to each other. Come on. What do you mean?
Joseph, be the Iron Man, Joseph.
Yummy. Bow to each other. Bow to me. Joseph, you're off. Here you go. Come on. Bow to me and each other. Come on. What do you mean? Here. Hands up.
Blocks, there's one arm blocks.
Control. Good. Yummy. Bow to each other. Bow to me. You're out. Bring me back up. Come on, last one. Bow to me. Bow to each other. Come on. What do you mean? Bring control, right?
Working, right?
Yummy. Come on. What do you mean? Yummy. Bow to each other. Bow to me. You both out. Josh, you're up. Kristen, you're up. Bow to me and to each other. Come on. What do you mean? I got so much stuff. Yummy. Back to the center. Come on.
One Christian blocking counter.
Ready? What do you mean?
Counter Christian.
Yummy. Bow to each other. Bow to me. You're up. Lean me back up. Josh,
Two
that's
sides.
Bow to me. Bow to each other. Come on. What do you mean? All right. Good. Josh, locking down. Good. Yummy. To the center. Bow to me. Bow to each other, and then you're out. That's all you're out.
Kira.
Right, Kira, you for it, you Kira?
One more time, come on. One more time. That's fine. Let's go. Bow to me, and bow to each other. What do you think? Yummy. Bow out to me and bow to each other. Out. That's it. Out.
Right up, right up, right up. All right, here's what's gonna happen. Let's line up quickly. Here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna bow out. The black belts are all gonna go into the back room. You guys are gonna sit here and wait till we come back out. It's a lot of you, all right? We have to talk about each one here. Give us a good 10 minutes, all right? Once Mr. Payne starts speaking, then we need 15. All right. Turn to Renchi, bowing out. Bowing out here. Bowing out to Renchi. And to Daisenpei. Turn to face the black belts. Bowing out. All right, have a seat. We will be back. We'll be back by 8:15.
Sure. Now you have to fight me. Yeah. You're gonna get a black belt.
Everybody out?
Pound wrenching. Let's just have a seat. You know, it was taped to the floor.
Okay, well.
This is the table view.
First of all, let's give it a hand for the people that went up. Before I say what I want to say, let me just start by saying that not everyone made purple belt tonight, all right? But before we get into who made what, let's talk about what it is we're doing here, what it is we're trying to accomplish, all right? You know, parents ask me all the time, can you help my kids? Can you help me? Right? And there's a number of reasons why they come to karate. It could be for self-defense, it could be for motivation, it could be for focus, it could be to get in shape. But at the end of the day, we all end up staying for the same reason. All right? And our goal has always been not to make you a better fighter, because that's going to come. All right? Not to make you better at kata, because that will come. But it's to make you a better person. All right? Ultimately, the goal, as we get older, is to be comfortable in our own skin. Because I'll tell you right now, not money, not status, not power, does not bring you happiness. What brings you happiness is a peace within yourself. And you get that in the dojo. If you look around, you'll see that we're not spring chickens, many of us. All right? We affectionately call the older group the Altakakas, right? Which is a Jewish term for basically old people. All right? But the reality is they're here because they enjoy this. This provides them with a challenge for themselves mentally, physically, and spiritually. All right? So as I look around the room and I see all the students that went up tonight, it's amazing to me how far so many of them have come. All right? Walking in the dojo, I used to say, raise your left hand, and everybody raised their right hand. You know, I'd say, turn to your left, everybody was turning in different directions. I mean, it really is amazing to me to think about how so many of you have matured. In karate, it's not about your age, all right? It's about how long you've been in the dojo, the effort you put in, and what you get out of it, all right? I mean, when I look at my own boys, they're 19, 17 years old, but their senior ranks in the dojo, they've been here for 14 years, all right? So again, it's not about age. Now, what we did tonight, especially for the audience to understand, is there's what's called katas or forms. There's Ippons where two people go at it against each other in predetermined moves, and then you have Kumite. All right, Kumite is the fun thing to watch, it's the sparring. But believe it or not, at green belt, we count Kumite or sparring the least. And the reason we do that is because they only learn how to fight in our dojo at green belts. So they're in essence a white belt when it comes to fighting. All right, we expect to see them get hit. We expect them to see, some sloppy techniques when they're fighting each other. That's okay. All right, because we know as they get up through purple, as they get up through brown and black and beyond, they're going to get significantly better with each rank. All right, you can just see the difference between Sam and the green belts. Just that one rank makes a huge, tremendous difference. All right. So when we grade, we look at 50% kata, 30% Ippons, and 20% Kumite. Now when you do katas, when green belts are doing katas, we expect a certain amount of mistakes. We expect this many mistakes. When they get to purple, this many, brown, black, and when you start to see the upper belts go up, there should be almost no mistakes whatsoever. All right? The other thing is that we want to see the green belts make a strong effort. If they come out and they're doing this and they're doing this, they have no shot in hell of passing. Right? I would rather somebody come out, not know their techniques, but give it 100% when they're out here. And what happens is as you start working out and you know these predetermined moves, exhaustion starts to take over, your mind starts to wander, right? And there's only one thing that keeps you in the game, and that's your spirit. All right? Now that's not easy to teach a green belt, but I think tonight showed that a lot of folks were breathing hard. It gets very hot in this room. There's no really air coming through except a few vents, and I think the heat's actually on. So it gets very difficult. All right? So we start to see more and more mistakes as the night goes on. Again, we expect it. All right, so should I get the results? All right, well, here's the thing. The reason not everybody made their purple belt is because Sam made his brown belt as well.
Yeah.
All right, so let's hear it for everybody. So for those of you that are not aware, we actually have several other dojos across the eastern seaboard, I guess. We have 3 of them down in Maryland, 1 in DC, we have 1 in Long Island, we have 1 in Lakewood right here, and we have, of course, the Hanbu, which is the home headquarters located right here in Marlboro. All right? Now, Lakewood was started by Senpei Goldschlag along with Senpei Galagos, and they built up a very, very nice school. I think we're talking about, what, 30, 40 folks in there? All right, and Mr. Perlman, of course, I know Mr. Page, I know a lot of people actually help out, so it's really a nice place to train on Saturdays and other days during the week, of course, as long as it doesn't interfere with class here. But in that school, it's only been around for what, 3, 4, 5 years? So coming out of that dojo right now, pretty much everyone in that dojo is a green and purple belt. All right, of course, there are new white belts coming through as well. And here's the beauty, is that Lakewood, a student does not have to pay, all right? Because there's a lot of, I guess, turmoil in the town, I think it's paid for, right, by the community. So,
but all the students volunteer their time. There's no instruction, no payment for all the instruction.
no payment for the rent, no payment for the insurance. So it really is a great thing that they're doing out in Lakewood, all right? Now, Sam, who I used to nickname Lakewood, and from my understanding, is the first brown belt to come out of that dojo, right? So if you watch Sam tonight, and I've seen him progress, he used to come in like once every few months, and I was like, I'd go back to Lakewood. But the last few months he came in, he brings a ton of spirit with him, right? He comes, he sits here, and he actually, when he does Kumite or when he does Kata, he's enjoyable to watch because he's really focused when he does it, all right? So I want to congratulate Lakewood on your first brown belt. I want to congratulate Sam Salguero on his brown belt. Coming out of the same dojo in Lakewood is another gentleman who's getting pretty close to the Alta Kaka period. I'm sorry to break the news. But Jose has actually been coming as well. And again, when I see you once every few months, it's nice when I see the progression. All right? Because if you came and you were the same, that would probably get on my nerves. But to see you get consistently better always warms my heart. All right? So great job tonight. You did excellent. Let's hear it for Jose. It's funny. I would say at least once a month, I get a phone call. I usually get phone calls from parents. I get phone calls from students asking me, when can I go up? Right? And when you call and ask me when you can go up, guess what? You're probably going to take a longer time to go up. All right? It's just one of those mental things where we want nothing more than to see our students get ahead. I get people asking me all the time, what happens one day when your kids kick your butt? And I said, that'll be the happiest day of my life. I cannot wait for that day because as instructors, we want you to be better than us. That's our goal. All right? I don't need to feel like I'm better than you. I know that everybody has their day. I cannot wait till my students are better than I am. All right? Now, I've seen this young man when he was a kid. He started out really young with me, and he's been training, and I got to tell you, over the last year, the maturity level, look, I started when I was 13 years old, right? I remember my dad walked me in after getting my butt kicked in school 3 times that day. And he walked in Zoku's class and he said, look, I could put your son into 13 and older, or I could put him into 13 and younger, right? I'm 13 years old. So I'm thinking in my head, all right, let me go 13 and younger now. He put me in 13 and older, and for the next 4 years, I got the hell beat out of me. I mean, literally, I used to get my head stomped between people's heels. All right? This young man is probably 13 years old, but he's on a 15, 16-year-old maturity level, especially when it comes to karate. Tremendous improvement, Raymond. Come on up. Raymond Santiago. I always say that the dojo is my second home, and now we have a family here. Well, many of us get to train with our family members. All right, I know Renchi Gulad trains with his son, Ro. Where are you, Ro? Here you are. Renchi Walsh gets to train with his son, Brandon. All right, Vicente Gallegos has his grandson sitting right there in front of me. All right, Keith gets to train with his daughter, Kira. All right, and this gentleman I know could not be prouder. He actually came up to me on Saturday and he said, you know, Renchi, he said, I just had the greatest day of my life. And I said, why? Tell me why. He said, because I got to do kata with my son. And I'll tell you, that warmed my heart. That was something that really stuck with me. And let me tell you, I know what it feels like. It's a great feeling to be able to share this with your son. Your son is actually progressing. I'm talking to him like you're not here, but you're progressing tremendously. How old are you now? 23. You know, when I look at kids that do football, kids that do wrestling, or kids that do these sports, I know that's going to come to an end. If you look around the room, karate can last you a lifetime. You're young, all right? I don't think I peaked until I was 25, 26 years old. All right? You got a long, long Kanzen career ahead of you. All right? So let's hear it for David Faison. Here's the thing, when David joined the school, he brings this big behemoth with him. And I remember saying to myself in my head, when he says, I want to take class, I cannot wait to punch this guy in the face. You know, it's funny because, like I talked about earlier in karate, you know, and you go out to the street, there's some nasty people. And look, I have not been in the street fight in 25 years. You know, Zokucho used to always say, if you never fight a day in your life, I did my job. And the funny thing is, I remember when he said that to me when I was a kid, and I had a list at home of kids I wanted to beat up when I made black belt. All right? And as I got closer to black belt, interestingly enough, I wasn't bothered as much, and I lost the desire to hurt anybody. All right? So So my goal is not necessarily to hurt anybody, it's to help other people, right? And this gentleman, Charles, is like a big teddy bear, all right? He's a great kid. He's always looking to help. He's looking to get better. And again, I see a great future for you, all right? Are you the same age as him? All right, you two guys, I mean, you could be in this for a very long time, all right? So let's hear it for Charles Pichai. You know, the good thing about these exams for you folks that are just watching is I get to say nice things about them. The second we get back to class the next day, they're all dead meat. So enjoy this while it lasts. So the next young man, I have to tell you, it was last Wednesday, and we had just gone to a practice exam, or it was last Monday, and he was concerned about whether or not he should go up. Because he was worried that, you know, what happens if I screw up? What happens if I can't make it through the exam? Right? And I can only imagine how heavy a toll that weighed on him would be. Right? I've been there. You know, the nice thing about all of us here is we've been through this. We're not just coming in and dictating what to do. We've been through this. So I understand how hard it is on your mind to wait out the whole week as to whether or not you want to go up. Well, I was worried about you. Right? I was worried about you, Christian, that you were going to peter out halfway through the exam. All right? But I also knew that if you could somehow dig deep and make it through the exam, you were going to get by with flying colors. Right? I know that sometimes focusing is hard for you, but you dug deep today and you showed me something today. You showed me that you can focus for a long period of time and that you can dig deep and find something inside you. All right? So unfortunately for you, now that you've proved that to me, I'm going to expect that from you in the future. All right? Every time you come to this class, I'm going to expect you to stay focused. All right? Because you can do it. All right? I'm very proud of you tonight, the way you came through. And I know as instructors, we talked about it in the back room. You did great tonight. All right? You got through the exam. All right? There were some times when you went off the tracks, you got right back on, and you finished the exam. All right? Let's hear it for Christian Molina. All right, 5 more. So, when you start to look at dojos, there's one in every street corner now. When I came up the ranks, back then we had something called a Yellow Pages. All right? It was an actual book instead of a Google. And when we wanted to look for karate schools, we opened it up to karate, and we picked one. And back then there were 2 schools. There was Mom's Karate Academy, and there was Art Bynes in Freehold. All right, 2 very good schools, but I lived closer to Marlboro, so that's the school that we went to, and coincidentally that night there was a beginner class, first day of high school. This young man travels in from Weehawken twice a week. Right, Weehawken? Weehawken. I mean, I know people that don't even commute up to Weehawken. He comes in twice a week, he's here first, he leaves last. And let me tell you this, if my green belts have been here for 4 years, he's been here for 2. But the amount of effort and focus that he's put in such a short period of time has helped him not only catch up, but be right on point and be right there with folks that have been trained twice as long as him. You have like excellent grades in school? Because you are an extremely focused young man. All right? Wow, you're pretty proud of that one right there. If I ask my kids the same thing, I hear, dude. So that's good. Let me tell you something, Ken. Your focus and your determination, it's going to get you very far. All right? Not just in the dojo, but outside the dojo. I'm expecting very big things of you. All right? Of course, your dad's going to have to continue driving you until you get your license. How old are you? 12. You better get new tires on that car. But I continually want to see you coming down. And guys, remember, purple belt, number 1, it's only halfway to black belt. But guess what? When you get to black belt, it's only the beginning. Many folks, like you go to the Black Belt Academy on the corner, that's their goal, right? You join their Black Belt club, you get their Black Belt. I know a couple of people that got their Black Belt, they never went back. For us, it's just the beginning, all right? So you haven't even come up to the starting line yet, but you're getting there. All right, let's hear it for Ken Ming Wu. You know, I remember coming up the ranks in the Marlboro Dojo, which doesn't exist any longer. There were a bunch of women that used to kick my butt. I mean, we had a lot of women back then, and these women would literally destroy me. You know, you bow in, you think, all right, maybe it's a little bit easier. They're more dangerous than men. I think we know that in other aspects of life, but even in the dojo, they're more dangerous. I used to have several young ladies, moms, I used to train, and they all sort of dwindled. So when Kira stepped in the dojo, I was concerned that she wouldn't want to stick. She'd look around, she'd see the men, maybe she'd be, you know, a little concerned or you know, or affected that way, but none of that. Kira steps right in. You'll notice that nobody gave her a break tonight to meet them. Nobody said, she's a girl, let me go easy on her. And you know what? She wouldn't even expect it. She has, by far, the best sidekick out of all my students in the dojo. One day, she was throwing the sidekick, and I'm like, oh my God. You got to remember, this is an art, right? People that are more inclined to be artists actually do better in a dojo than they would otherwise. That's why when females come into the dojo, they typically do better kata, their form is better, their technique is stronger, all right? Kira, I hope you stick around for a long time, all right? I know that sometimes when we sit at a belt for a long period of time, it gets sometimes maybe a little boring, it gets monotonous, it gets repetitive, but that's what it is. We have a saying in this dojo, perfection is the goal, repetition is the mold. You throw 1,000 punches, you get out on the street, you need to throw that punch, it'll be there for you. All right, so we try to do something over and over and over again. All right, let's hear it for Kira Fisher. So, you know, I mentioned earlier that when sometimes people come into the dojo, they come in with their children, they come in with their grandchildren. Well, when Kira came into the dojo, her father joined reluctantly. He was like, you know what, she's going to be in it. And then he says, you know what, maybe I'll take the class with her. Now, he had trained before in Staten Island, where he's a teacher, he's a health teacher in Staten Island. And he was reluctant. But he's like, you know what, I'll stay a little bit, it'll motivate her. And before you know it, he got really into it. All right, and you could see by his kumite that he's intense, he's sharp. All right, one day he's gonna hurt when he hits with his techniques. But what I love to see is that, first of all, I laugh because many times over, Kira ends up teaching her dad. All right? So instead of going home saying, hey, Keith, make sure Kira practices, I'll say, hey, Kira, make sure your dad practices. All right, that's actually a true statement. I am telling you from experience, sticking it out with your children is no greater gift. Because there's no age here. All right? You get to experience a night where you achieve something with your daughter. So it's really fantastic. Again, you know, we've had promotions in my dojo. I took over the dojo in 2001, so it's been 16 years. We had over 20-something people go for green belt. This is by far the largest purple belt exam that we've had. All right, this is a great bunch of kids and adults and students. All right, I hope you guys stick with it. All right, let's hear it for Keith Fisher. You know, you would think that when it comes to having people join the dojo, that my wife would be more of a salesperson. But when someone asks her, hey, you know, would my kid enjoy karate? The first thing she said is, oh, she would hate my husband. That's the first thing she said. She says, because she thinks that I'm too hard on my students. So when good friends of ours asked if their children can join, their two oldest boys, you know, Elena, of course, said, well, hopefully they don't hate Donnie after this experience. And they both joined, and the older one ended up not liking it for whatever reason. And Joseph stuck around. Now, there have been many times when I wanted to kill Joseph, because Joseph gets into these laughing fits, and he can't stop laughing. Unfortunately, I can remember when I was that kid. There were times when Zoku would turn me around and face the corner in what's called the Zazen stance, and my feet would turn purple at the end of 2 hours because I was talking. And unfortunately, the same thing would happen with my boys. All right, so that's okay. This is a maturing process, and Joseph, you've come such a long way. Your maturity has been unbelievable over the last few years. I remember your dad once asked if he can come watch you fight, and I was like, no, do not come watch your son fight, because I was nervous. I couldn't wait till he came to watch you fight tonight. Do you realize what it's like for a kid to stand in there with adults? I know what it's like. I was in that class when I was a kid, and when you're 13 years old getting hit by a man, it hurts. It's not the same as kid muscles, it's man muscles, and it hurts. So to watch you stand in with adults that are almost twice your age and even beyond, it's very impressive, Joseph. All right? How old are you now, 14? Okay. When I was 14, I was making green and purple belt as well. All right? So if you think of it that way, you're right on track right now. All right? This is a great time for you. Your maturity has been unbelievable over the last few years. You got to stay with it. All right? I know sometimes, same thing with you, it gets rough. You know, you probably wonder when you're going to go up. All right? I don't try to hold anybody back here. I want you to get ahead, but it's up to each one of you to be here and be dedicated. The more you're dedicated, the quicker you're going to go up. All right, let's hear it for Joseph. So I think that's it, right?
No, it's not.
So, I think last night, my wife was going to call diapers on me. You know, there was a saying when Zoku came up the ranks, he had two boys, Shion Stu and Shion Steve. And his thought was, my boys always need to be better than everybody else, because I don't want anyone ever saying, oh, his kid went up because his father's the instructor. Because I'll tell you right now, if your kids or you have ever been on a sport team, that coach will play his kid regardless of how good or bad they are. It's the most frustrating thing that you could possibly watch if you're a parent of someone who isn't a coach. And one of the things that people always know about me, because I coach a few teams, is I don't play my kid any more than anybody else unless they deserve it. And many times, my own kids used to say to me, Dad, don't play me as much as so-and-so, he's better than I am. All right? So when it comes to my kids, I always want them to be better than where they're supposed to be, especially in the dojo. So what do? I pound them over and over again to practice. I actually make the time and I practice with them. His brothers make the time to practice with them. All right, yes, for those of you that don't have a black belt in the house, it's obviously a little bit unfair. But on the flip side, when you're forced to practice and you're forced to do something correctly, it can get very frustrating. When your father's the instructor and he expects or demands perfection, it's not easy sometimes to be my kid. Is it, Josh? But at the end of the day, you know, Josh was saying all day, I'm so nervous, what if I fail? I'm going to fail. I knew he wasn't going to fail. I knew in my heart he wasn't going to fail. And believe me when I tell you this, when we came up the ranks, we used to have exams with 30, 40 people, and 40% of the people would fail. And the reason for that is there were so many kids that a lot of the instructors didn't know us. Some of them didn't even know me by name even when I was a black belt. We had over 80, 100 black belts at one point. We know every one of you. We know your faults. So we know who's going to pass and who's going to fail. Of course, when you come that night, if you screw up and you're going to pass, you might fail. There's no guarantee, right, in life? But when you came in, Josh, I knew from the first break of the first kata that you were going to pass tonight. All right, you did awesome.
Yeah.
I'm really proud of you, Josh. Josh Scheinwald.
Daddy, don't cry.
Enjoy it while it lasts. One day they'll be pounding on you. So. All right, everybody up. All right, here's what we're going to do. Here's our next order of business. My Facebook page needs to be updated. You're going to take about 5 minutes right now. You're going to congratulate each other, I'm sure. You're going to take your clean belts off. Do not put them on the floor. All right, put them on the side. Get your purple belts on, and we're going to take a nice group picture. All right, it's going to be very purpley in here. All right. Bowing out to Renchi. Bowing out here. Bowing out to Renchi Gulad. Bowing out to Daisempes. And black belts turn around. Bowing out. Good. Congratulations, everyone. Let's get up.
How do I turn this off? Justin, how do I turn this off?